Hey there, okay, this is a little bit unorthodox and not something I would usually do. Technically, this is under my BCL news category, and unfortunately, I'm always freaking rushing. But something happened on Veterans Day, and I was working Veterans Day and actually listened to a Critical Drinker super chat catch up, and someone in the chat was like, "Hey, Drinker, guess what? Kevin Conroy just died." And to say the least, I wanted to make a video all weekend, and this is on Monday, November 14th, but goddamn, between working holiday and trying to keep up to my God of War Ragnarok playthroughs, then suffering, and keyword was suffering through Black Panther 2. Real quick, I'm just taking this straight from the tap. It's the last of my Kraken Black Roast Coffee rum, and I got a little, hey, look, Batman coffee cup. So, over the weekend between TikTok and YouTube Shorts, and I guess this is kind of making me motivated to sometimes get into YouTube Shorts. I just didn't have time to like write out and think and just elaborate on how I feel about Kevin Conroy. And I've seen other people make so many videos, and it's like, I mean, at this point, what do I do? What more can I add to talk about Kevin Conroy? The guy was the definition of legend. I mean, people will say things like icon, legend, and the like, and Kevin Conroy, in terms of nerddom, in terms of fandom, was everything. And people often say that, well, Kevin Conroy was the Batman in the voice of a generation. I understand that sentiment. I would like respectfully disagree because Batman the animated series came out when I was freaking 11 years old. My father grew up on the Adam West Batman, and then of course when I was 8, the friggin' Michael Keaton Batman. But he watched all of the animated series with me. He watched Batman Beyond. He watched Justice League. My father passed away about, God, it's going on 14 years now, so he didn't see any new stuff. But to say the least, my dad loved Kevin Conroy's Batman. And myself, now that I'm a father, my son, through the Arkham games, and because I'm a great dad, he's watched with me Batman the Animated Series and also Justice League Unlimited. And I mean, Kevin Conroy would have like little voice acting with Flashpoint. So he just always kept being Batman for 30 some odd years. So he wasn't just one generation. Him being Batman was in multiple generations. And that right there just makes legendary status. So if you guys get a chance, anybody watching this, all 4 or 5 people, I would say that I seen this actually yesterday, and before I watched some TV with my kid, had to catch up, do some father-son time. I showed him 4 different videos on YouTube. By all means, because it's not my story to tell, it's not my video to share. I would suggest you type in Kevin Conroy last video. And I didn't know this at the time. Had I known, I would have did this for my kid. Kevin Conroy was on Cameo, and Cameo, if you don't know what it is, it's basically a service where you get a hold of a certain celebrity, and I'm not sure what the fees are. Different celebrities, I mean, they offer different fees, but you send them some money and they record a minute video, a 5-minute video, whatever they want to do. It could be a birthday, it could be an anniversary, it could just be just wishing you the best of wishes. And to hear like a cameo coming from Batman himself would be memorable for a lot of people. Kevin Conroy passed away on Veterans Day, and even a week beforehand, the guy was still doing cameos. And apparently, he did a Chadwick Boseman where he was very sick, but nobody fucking knew. The guy was still working right into the end, which is so fucking admirable. The guy was basically knocking on death's door and still recording cameos and still talking to the fans. And when you see his motivational messages, even a week before he died, they're heartbreaking to say the least. And this is the thing about Kevin Conroy. The guy, social media, obviously back in the 90s and 2000s, isn't what it is today. But Jesus Christ, between conventions and YouTube comment sections, Reddit forums, and the like, you just never, ever heard anything bad about Kevin Conroy. He stayed out of fucking politics. He just was never, controversial. He was always smiling, thanking the fans, shaking hands, giving hugs. You just never, ever heard a bad interaction with the fans of Kevin Conroy. The guy just came across as being this general, like, good person. And that's something, especially with the Hollywood or even the celebrity status, that atmosphere, that's such a fucking rarity in itself. So, yeah, I mean, I can say that hopefully if I have grandkids one day, hopefully they'll get to watch Batman the Animated Series with me. And going forward, watching his videos, they're so inspirational. I get why some people are crying. I seen Fat Man as, and I say this with love, but as on Heels versus Babyface, he made a Kevin Conroy video. Very emotional, very heartfelt, and I get why, you know, some people would tear up, but I'm not one of them because I want to follow Kevin's inspiration, where Kevin would say that I've lost people. It's tragic, but I don't get upset. I think about the good times, and their spirits can live on. And, you know, whenever you get a chance, watch the 5-minute video. I choose it to be like, Kevin, I was honored to be a fan of his. I was honored to have not just my Batman, but my kid's Batman, but even my dad's Batman. I was honored to have been a fan where I get to play the Arkham games, which are arguably the greatest games ever made. I mean, in terms of superhero games, and damn sure the greatest Batman games ever made. So Kevin, his legacy isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Unfortunately, the man has passed away. But, you know, just what he did for this character is legendary. And that's a thing where, you know, going forward for the rest of my fucking life, whenever I pick up a comic book and I read a Batman comic book, I cannot read a Batman comic book and not hear Kevin's voice. That's something that's rare in itself. So normally I would joke, I would add some clips and everything. And I'm sorry if I'm breathing too much, and I usually edit this stuff out, as you can tell, but I gotta be to work in 20 fucking minutes, so I wanna just do a quick 7 minutes, hit the upload button, get a quick picture. And sorry if like the quality of this is my best work, but I have to go do my PM piece, and I don't want to like upload a video at 9 o'clock at night and feel like, hey, douchebag, you waited until 5 days after the man passed away. Again, to anybody seeing this, and you know, even for myself, not important to you guys, but I wish I could have made a video that night, and I wish I could have prepared more for this, and just always fucking busy. I still have to work on my Rings of Power video and She-Hulk, and just not complaining by any means, but yeah, always doing something. And I wish I had a day off work, but I can't afford a day off work. That's how it goes. So yeah, I said, you can tell this is kind of like not a written script. I'm just talking just off key, and I just wanted to make it, you know, this was coming from the heart and coming like from a place of a fan and what Kevin Conroy meant to me. And, you know, real quick, because I'm getting low on time, this is the constant talk about fandom and toxicity and the fans. I don't get too involved with celebrities' lives. I never had. I would see them through interviews, through magazines, but, you know, I'm not on Twitter 7 days a week, or Wikipedia, or just Reddit and finding out last time these guys went to the bathroom, last time they ate dinner or something. And I just thought that Kevin Conroy was a very, you know, personal, or a very close person, where he wanted to keep his family out of the limelight. A lot of people do. You know, they want to keep their wife and their kids, their husbands, out of stuff. I always assumed that the man didn't talk about his kids, he didn't talk about his wife, because that was his personal choice. Come to find out, after he passed away, apparently Kevin Conroy had a husband. And I'm like, oh great, he's got a husband. Now what? Now guess what? I can't go back and ever watch a Batman animated series episode. I can't play the Arkham games. No, it's not like that by any means. I would joke about this, but I'm low on time. I'd find some more clips. I don't give a fuck. You know, after 3 X-Men movies, after 3 Lord of the Rings movies, eventually I found out that Sir Ian McKellen was gay. And guess what? It meant nothing fucking to me. The guy is a fantastic, legendary actor. He is Gandalf, you know. As much as Kevin Conroy, for me, will always be my Batman. As much as, you know, I love Ben Affleck, I love Christian Bale, you know, still, even Kevin got to play Bruce Wayne Batman for 1 episode of this Infinite crossover stuff in CW. It was kind of bad, but just seeing Kevin, at least for 1 episode, officially be Bruce Wayne in live action was so fucking badass. And yeah, but this keeps coming up, you know, because this is the day of the internet, and people with their, their whole political agenda and politics. Oh, you guys don't support gay people or lesbian people or the like. And yeah, okay, big deal. Kevin Conroy was fucking gay. Changes absolutely fucking nothing. The man will forever be a legend. So I'm sorry, this is 9 minutes. I kind of ranted. I'm not going to edit my usual breathing like that. I got to finish this real quick, but yeah, one last thing I'm going to do is, I've never done this before, but, you know, I'm obviously drinking every one of my episodes here, but I got some Screwball with this peanut butter stuff, and I've had this for a while. For anybody, I'll break it out for Kevin. So I have a Rick and Morty shot glass, and only for select occasions. I'm not big on doing shots, especially this close to work, but good thing I have a very high alcohol tolerance, so work's probably not going to notice. And if they do, don't worry about it. But yeah, so I'm going to friggin' pour a shot for the man himself, Kevin Conroy. And again, this is the stuff you ever try, boys and girls. It's called Screwball. It's peanut butter whiskey. It's fantastic. This shit is awesome. So yeah, let me drink this. Kevin, I wish I knew you. I didn't, but I knew your work. You seem like a great human being. I can see why people are crying. I wasn't one of them. But to say the least, I'm extremely fucking sad. But man, you brought decades of joy to myself, to my son, and millions of people all around the world. To say the least, when Kevin Conroy died, the world is a little bit darker of a place, but all of us are fortunate the fact that we got to enjoy his work, and we still forever going forward can enjoy his work whenever we want to. So for you, Kevin Conroy, my first ever having a shot, with peanut butter whiskey on my channel. Give me 1 second. Boy, that shit is strong yet delicious. So yeah, sorry if this is not my best video by any means, but it's out there. So okay, 11 minutes. I'm gonna hit the upload button real quick. Thank you guys for watching while I finish some. Boy, that should kick some cracking right here. But yeah, I'm gonna just real fast pull out Bender, get my intro loaded up.
This calls for a drink.
Just be done in a couple seconds, and yeah, I have to edit this and then head right back to work.